Hey everyone, Joshua Kirk here with you once again, and I thought in honor of it being 10 years ago, 2016, that I started listening to new music and new albums full time, that it would be fun to start this new series of videos that are essentially revised versions of a bunch of best of the year lists regarding albums for a certain year. Um, as you can see from the title, this is about my top 45 albums of 2016. And in this series, I'm going to be doing some lists for the years from 2016 to 2022. Not doing ones for the last few years, 2023 to 2025, because those lists are still the same as they were in the videos, but these lists have certainly evolved since I started listening to more new music. Um, I'm going to be going through the bottom half quickly, and then I will have more to say as we get into the top half of my list. Without further ado, let's get into it. 45, The Hotelier with Goodness. 44, the late Charles Bradley with Changes. 43, haunting record from the late Leonard Cohen, You Want It Darker. 42, beautiful indie folk collaboration from Case Lang Veirs. 41, triumphant Christmas drop from Run the Jewels, RTJ3. And then rounding out the 40s, the post-rock epic from Swans, The Glowing Man. 39, Matmos with the washing machine inspired Ultimate Care 2. 38, rock and psych album from the Osees, now just known as Osees, A Weird Exits. 37, Solange with the grand and conceptual A Seat at the Table. 36, The Return of Radiohead with A Moon-Shaped Pool. 35, the breakout country album from Lydia Loveless, Real. And then another great Americana album at 34, The Stray Birds, Magic Fire. 33, really strange rap concept album from Clipping, Splendor and Misery. 32, the most immediate Death Grips album thus far, Bottomless Pit. 31, Charli XCX kicks off her PC music era with the Sophie produced Vroom Vroom EP, and then rounding out the 30s, the experimental mixtape from Injury Reserve, Floss. 29, Touche Amore with the devastating Stage 4. 28, Weezer with definitely their best album besides their peak 90s output, the White Album. 27, indie rock vets Dressy Bessy with Kingsized. 26, Open Mike Eagle and Paul White team up for the colorful and fun Hella Personal Film Festival. 25, the eclectic debut from Kaytranada, 99.9%. And then rounding out the bottom half at 24, Regina Spektor with the charming, Baroque-inspired Remember Us to Life. We're at the top half, kicking off at 23 with YG, Still Brazy. This old school G-Funk inspired hip hop album that is not reinventing the wheel, but has a lot of catchy, fun, and introspective bops on it. 22, Xenia Rubinos with Black Terry Cat, a really eclectic, all over the place singer-songwriter record that pulls together all these different styles and influences and does so in a very unique and harmonious way. 21, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds with Skeleton Tree. I highly recommend you listen to this record for yourself. It's really gonna play with your emotions, and it is proof that Nick Cave is still to this day one of the greatest to ever do it. Rounding out the 20s, it is Beyonce with Lemonade. This album needs no introduction. I think it really is a powerful, genre-defying statement from really one of the most ubiquitous figures in the music world. And it happens to be this really fantastic album. 19, Aesop Rock with The Impossible Kid. Probably his most accessible, easy to digest album to date, but still has a lot of unique wordplay, great raps and production, really interesting personal stories, and a really awesome song about his cat on it. 18, Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love. Bit of a departure for Donald in terms of him deviating from rap and creating this psychedelic and semi-conceptual funk album with great songwriting and production, so much personality coming out of the vocals, and yeah, it's just a really fun ride. 17 is by far one of the most influential albums to come out in the last 10 years. That is Frank Ocean with Blonde, an album that I know a lot of people would probably put in like top five or like album of the year territory. But even if I am not as head over heels for this record as many people are, I still think it's fantastic and definitely a very unique alternative pop and art R&B record. 16, it is the comeback from A Tribe Called Quest. We got it from here. Thank you for your service. Definitely a full circle moment for the hip hop scene in terms of it being Tribe, what they've always a tribe doing what they've always done best, and bringing in all these like other more modern artists that have been influenced by them in some way. Yeah, it really is just a beautiful, creative, and really just fun, like love letter to old school hip hop. 15, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard with Nonagon Infinity. As the name suggests, this is a wild, riotous, in your face psych rock album that transitions into itself without end. And yeah, it's awesome. Another great Australian rock album at 14 is The Drones, Feeling Kind of Free. Really one of the most unique sounding rock albums of the last 10 years. It's still kind of overlooked, and yeah, I highly recommend you seek it out for yourself because it rules. 13 is the debut from Lucy Dacus, No Burden. Right out of the gate, Lucy really showed herself to be one of the better singer-songwriters in the indie field. These lyrics are just very lovingly written, and the vocals are passionate and have a lot of charisma, and the simplistic indie rock sound is all that it really needs to leave an impact. Number 12 is the self-titled Preoccupations album. Just a great, dark, moody post-punk record that is very interesting, not just in terms of the sound and songwriting, but also the structure of the album, with some songs being normal length, others being kind of these short little vignettes. There's an 11 and a half minute epic as the centerpiece. And yeah, it's just a great album. And at number 11, it is Kendrick Lamar, Untitled Unmastered, probably one of the greatest demo compilations ever released. These To Pimp a Butterfly outtakes really do show Kendrick's skill as a lyricist and a creative figure. And even with the sound being pretty rough, uh, the instrumentation still has great density to it. And yeah, like it really is proof of just K Dot's amazing talent in the hip hop world. Now we're here, ladies and gentlemen. My top 10 albums of 2016. Number 10 is Anderson .Paak with his breakout album Malibu. This album really put him on the map in terms of his unique way of blending these different styles. And he does so through some great production and songwriting, and he's really showing off his talent as a performer, and to see the evolution that he's undergone since Malibu has really been just a treat to watch. Number 9 is the final album from David Bowie, Black Star. Whether you're well versed in Bowie or not, you really can't deny that this album, for it to be kind of the final phase of David Bowie's career and life, it really is just this powerful, devastating listen that, yeah, continues to just leave an impression to this day. Number 8, it is Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition. There's a reason this album is widely regarded as his magnum opus. Danny really did touch on the most unsettling, darkest experiences of his life, and created this like very unsettling and dark abstract hip hop album out of it that is very unique, and to see kind of the strength that Danny really had to make an album this twisted is yeah, really a feat. Number 7 is Dr. Dog with Abandoned Mansion. Actually, the second album that they came out with in 2016, and dare I say it, one of their best albums. A really great culmination of the Beatles' charm from their 2000s output, mixed with how they've grown and evolved as musicians and songwriters since then. It does have a bit more of an alt country feel than records before, which I think they pull off really well. And yeah, it's just this a fantastic emotional listen that's everything you could want in a great Dr. Dog record. Number 6 is the oddball pop album from Lemon Demon, Spirit Phone. Uh, yeah, I am still obsessed with this album to this day. Neil is really just he's writing songs about things that like really no one in music has the balls to unironically write songs about. And he's doing so with these amazing hooks, and even with the sound being kind of uh, do it yourself in its quality. It still has some really great lushness to it. I love the way that the album flows. And yeah, it's just a ton of fun and ridiculous in the best way. Number five is the a fantastic rock album from Mannequin Pussy, Romantic. They've become one of my latest obsessions lately, and this is their second record, and yeah, it just hits you in the face. It's not even 20 minutes long, and just has this really great blistering hardcore sound and enough melodic flourishes to provide some range. And yeah, it just kicks ass. Number four is Watch House, formerly known as Mandolin Orange with Blindfaller. Still to this day, I think their best record. A lot of its stories have aged like fine wine, as have the vocal harmonies and the simplistic folk pop and bluegrass sound that still has some great nuance to it. And yeah, it's just wonderful and continues to warm my heart as time goes on. Number three is widely hailed as the Abbey Road of punk albums. That is Jeff Rosenstock with Worry. Um, I really do think this is uh, still to this day his magnum opus in terms of uh, he really does a lot of very interesting things with rock on this album, and he really always has, and I think especially as of late. Um, but yeah, he really writes these songs that are from the heart, full of empathy, and have great energy, and obviously the way that that second half is put together, it's a bold move, but I think he pulled it off really well. And yeah, I still rock hard to this album in uh, years that have followed its release. Number two is really a modern power pop classic in my book that is Crying with Beyond the Fleeting Gales. It is a little bit sad that it seems we'll never get another Crying album because what they do on this record, yeah, is just very unique, and the way that they bring together these different shades of twee on here is just amazing. Songwriting is great. Again, the production does have kind of a lo-fi charm to it, but the attention to detail is still like spot on. Vocals are strong, and yeah, it's a record that takes you on this little journey, even though it's not really a super long one. And yeah, it's just wonderful. But at number one, we have really, in my opinion, the magnum opus from one of the most visionary artists for country, Americana, singer-songwriter music, all of that. That is Sturgill Simpson with A Sailor's Guide to Earth. Sturgill has really gone down some interesting paths artistically throughout his career, and this is, I think, one of his most triumphant in terms of every front: songwriting, production, vocals, flow, loose concept, emotions. Yeah, it is a record I would highly recommend, even to people who aren't really into this style of music, because yeah, it pretty much uh defies any sort of cliches associated with country music, and it's just really creative and well written, and yeah, to see kind of what he's been doing since this album, even if some of it isn't really my thing, I really can't deny like his ambition, and yeah, he continues to just uh really just be truly awe-inspiring. And yeah, it's a record that hit hard at the time of release, and yeah, continues to just ring true in 2026. There you have it. Those are my top 45 albums of 2016, at least as of right now. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I got some good old and new insights into the music of 2016. Stay tuned for the next video in this series where I'm going to be going over my favorite albums of 2017. This is Joshua Kirk signing off.